Welcome to Baha Yogi TV. My name is Alex, and today we are going to be flowing through a wrist mobility sequence, perfect for flexible, mobile, and strong wrists. So grab what you need and let's get started. We are going to begin in a seated position, whatever that looks like for you. I'm comfortable in crisscross applesauce, but whatever works for you. We're really just working the wrist here, so you definitely want to be comfortable. So from here, we are going to start with arms at cactus arms. So elbows in line with the shoulders, wrists stuck over the elbows. We're just gonna find flicks of the wrists. So 4 fingers, a flick over the thumb. Good. Keep it going. You want to sit up nice and tall, draw back through the shoulders, send the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. As you continue to flick, remember to breathe. Nice, slow, and control with those flicks. Keep it going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can rest your arms, give them a little shake, and then right back up to our cactus arms. This time we're going to take it into quack. So the 4 fingers are going to quack onto the thumbs. So keep it going. Nice, slow, controlled movements. And keep it going for 10, 9, 8. You may begin to feel your forearms and your shoulders saying hello. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Shake it out. Go ahead and shake out the wrist. Good. Create fists with the hands and find gentle rotations. Nice, slow, and controlled is the name of the game, especially when we're working with our wrists. You really want to take time to tune into how your wrists are feeling. That's the right and the left side, because each side can be different. Go ahead and take counterclockwise circles, which take you to the opposite side of what you did before. Find the moment, the motion, and be in tune with the moment. Good. Shake the wrists out. Extend your arms out to a T. Bring your thumb into your palm and then close the thumb into your palm with your 4 fingers. Now draw both thumbs away from you to stretch the top of your thumb bone. Good. Breathe. Slowly release. And then we're going to face palms down with the thumb still inside the palm. Draw it down to stretch to the tops of the hands. Good. Slowly release. Bring it back into center and then make your way into a tabletop position. Now, when we are in our tabletop position, when the hands are down to the floor, I always encourage people to make sure that they stay rooted into the mat. Aside from just the standpoint of preparing for a yoga practice, anytime we're down on the floor, we want to maintain that sturdy foundation into the floor. But just because it also helps train the hands and encourage connection. So that means spread wide through the fingers. You want to root through the circumference of the palm and the backs of your knuckles. So that takes us into the floor. And then while we're here, we find a wrap of the arms, so an external rotation of the arms that spreads the shoulder blades across the upper back. This allows us to distribute the weight a little bit easier. So instead of having us just hang out here and press all of that weight into the little tiny wrist bones, when we wrap in, we allow ourselves to take that weight in towards the shoulder. Okay, which is more capable to manage the weight. From here, find your rooted connection into the floor and then find a shift forward, shoulders slightly over the wrists. Maintain the connection, spread wide, root, and then push back hips to heels. press the floor away from you. Good. Inhale forward. And exhale back. Push the floor away from you. Good. Let's do 3 more. Forward. And back. Forward. And back. Last one. Forward. And back. Let's do 1 more for good measure. Forward. And back. Good. So let's pause here. Keep the push away from you as we create that resistance. So we're pressing forward, pushing back. And then we'll take it around the wrists. Nice and slow circles. All the while maintaining your connection into your mat. So spread wide through the fingers and root. Good. Take it to the opposite direction. And remember, all the while, I really want you to tune in with your wrists. Check in with your wrists. How are they feeling? What sensations are coming up? And then bring it back to center. Good. Face your fingers to point to the outer edges of the mat. Nice and slow. Take it side to side. Good. Bring it back to center. Fingers pointing into the front of the mat. But this time, take the right fingers, open them up to the side, and then bring the right fingers to point into the top of the right thigh. Now, this may be a good enough stretch for you. You can always just hang out here. Or if you want to take it a little bit deeper, nice and slow, keyword slow, we're going to push back to the hip as we lift the bottom of the right palm up. Go back as far as you get a nice, good stretch. Pause for a moment. Remember, we're breathing all the while. And then bring it back to start. Let's take 3. Back. And forward. Back. And forward. Last one. Back. And forward. Good. Slowly bring that right hand to face back to the front of the mat. We'll take it over to the left side. So left fingers point into the top of the left thigh. Pause here if this is a good enough stretch for you. You want to take it a little bit deeper, nice and slow. Back as you lift the bottom of the left palm. And forward. Good. Back. And forward. Let's take 3 more. Back. And forward. Back. And forward. Good. Last one. Back. And forward. Beautiful. Left fingers point to the front of the mat. Push back to take a seat on the heels. Shake out the wrists. Take a few more exercises. Face this way so you can see me a little bit better. Tops of the hands come to press into each other. Nice and slow, draw it down through the elbows. Breathe. Good. Slowly release. Palms press together. Lift up with the elbows. Find resistance as you push the palms together. Continue to breathe. Good. Slowly release. Shake the wrists out. You can add a couple circles. And shake. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time.